So hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to learn the theory of production, right? So what is theory of production? First of all, we will know what is production actually. So production is the process of transforming inputs into outputs to create goods and services. So what is production? Production is a process. It is a process of transforming inputs into outputs. So some inputs will turn into outputs to create goods and services, right? So this is the definition of production. So what is theory of production? The theory of production explains how businesses use the resources to maximize output efficiency. So the theory of production explains how businesses, suppose a business that will use the resources to maximize their profit. Okay, so it focuses on the relationship between the factors of production inputs and quantity of output produced. So it focuses on the relationship between the factors of production, right, and quantity of output produced. The factors of production will know some time later. So and the quantity of output produced. The theory helps businesses make decisions about how to efficiently allocate resources to maximize production and minimize cost. That is the real focuses on of all organizations, of all businesses, to make decision so that the company or the businessman maximize their production and minimize their costs. It is the main focus of all businesses or all companies or all organization. So we'll go through the next slide. The next slide will know the production function that we described earlier. In production function, we have to know what is the factors of production actually. The factors of production literally lies on 4 factors, that is land, labor, capital and organization. From land we take rent, right, and the employer gets wages from the salary, right way. And from capital we can make interest from capital, because capital is a kind of money related or wealth related, so we take interest from capital. From organization we take profit, actually we take profit. So we know in the previous slide we know the factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and organization. Now we know the definition of land, labor and capital and organization. So what is land? Land is something that is not limited to soil or earth surface actually, but it includes all free gift of nature, water, air, like this. Now what is labor? So labor is something mental or physical expression for reward and not for pleasure. Okay. For example, we can take a work of maid versus work of homemaker. The maid and the homemaker do the same thing in a house, but homemaker do it for pleasure, but maid do it for reward or some money, like So work of maid is a labor, but work of homemaker is not a labor. It is a pleasure actually. They do it for pleasure, but the work is same. The work of maid or work of homemaker is work is same. Now capital. So capital part of wealth for further production of wealth. So capital is something that is part of wealth for further production of wealth. Actually, organization. So organization. What the organization? The organizer, risk taker, a manager initiate production work. So those who operate the business actually, the organizer, the risk taker who takes risk, they are the organization. So now we go for the production function actually. So the production function describes relationship of input factors and resulting output is generally expressed as Q equal F of land, labor, capital, and O. LA means land, capital L means labor, K means capital, and O means organization. Now we'll go for production function, short SR and LR production function. So what is SR and LR production function? SR means short run production function and LR means long run production function. So we'll go for it. So what is short run production function means? Actually, short run production function is a period of production during which some inputs cannot be varied. Like, what is short term? It is a period of production in which some inputs cannot be varied. We take an example. Suppose for a company it is easier to add new labor than add new equipment. So labor as a factor of input can be varied in the short run and long run, in the short run, and thus it impacts the production. In short run production, labors can be added, and it can be increase the production of the company, and it is easier to add new labor than add new equipment because the equipment price can be so high. So short run production function is mainly depends on labor actually. So short run production function is described as Q equal F of a function of L. But a long run production function gives managers adequate time to vary all inputs used to produce goods. So like an example, we can take a new adding new equipments to the existing setup to increase production. So in the long run production function, it's actually it gives managers or it gives a company to take adequate time. In a short run production function, it is actually less time or a short period of time, but in long run production function is a long period of time. So adding new equipments to the existing setup can be happen in long run production function. So in long run production function, the function is described as Q equal F of L comma Q. So now we are going to the difference between short run and long run production function. So in short run production function, at least one input is fixed while others can vary. Actually in short run production function labor is varied, but capital is fixed, because in a short period of time capital can be increased in overnight, right? But in long run profit function, we can change anything. All inputs are variable, allowing farms to adjust scale. Actually, we can take in a long run, we can increase our labor, we can increase our capital, we can increase our land. So that is the differentiation. In flexibility, in terms of flexibility, short run is a limited flexibility due to fixed inputs. So it has really fixed inputs. So labor is the only variable here. In long run, full flexibility to optimize production. We can increase our land, we can increase our labor, or we can increase our capital in long run production function. So returns to a scale. In short run, it shows increasing, then diminishing, and negative returns. Actually, in last part. In long run, exhibits increasing, constant, or decreasing returns to a scale. Decreasing returns to a scale, actually. In decision making, a short run actually focuses on maximizing output with current resources. In short run, resources is fixed. Only the variable is labor. We can increase labor in short term, but nothing other. So it's the resource is limited. But in long run, we can the farms or the company decide on an optimal plant size and technology adoption. So the farms can adopt new technology, or they can change the labor or the land in the long run. So in short run, it actually focuses on short run analysis, and in the long run production, it actually focuses on long run analysis, right? So it actually focuses on returns to a factor, actually, but in a long run production, it returns to a scale, right? It returns to a scale. So that is the production function, the theory of production, and the factors of production, and then the short run and long run function. What are the short run production function that describes in theory of it describes in production function, actually, right? So that's all for today. Thank you, guys. Assalamu alaikum.